Do you remember the exact moment your dream died? The moment the fire inside you turned to ash? Think about it for a moment. One morning, you woke up with an incredible surge of energy and excitement. You had a brilliant idea, something that could change your life. You worked on it alone, planned it out, and your heart raced just thinking about its potential. But then, you made a mistake. You told everyone about that raw, fragile dream, and then it was over. That energy, that fire, it all vanished. You are not alone. This is a story that resonates with all of us. We lay our dreams bare before the world, hoping for support. But often, what we get is a silent killer, the pressure of expectations, unsolicited advice, and a sense of psychological satisfaction that prevents us from doing the actual work. In today's video, we will learn how to nurture a dream in silence, just as a gardener protects a precious seedling from storms. We will uncover the psychological reasons that unknowingly drain your energy and learn the strategies that the world's most successful people use to build their empires in silence. By the end of this video, you won't just hear a story. You will find the armor to protect your own dreams. If these words have struck a chord within you, stay with us on this journey by giving this video a like and subscribe. Because every step on this path is crucial. You don't want to miss the next powerful video. Now, let's dive deeper. This is the story of Ethan, a talented but frustrated graphic designer working in a high-rise building in the bustling city of Chicago. His drawers were filled with sketchbooks, silent witnesses to his great dream to start his own digital marketing agency. He didn't just want to design logos on command. He wanted to build an empire of his own creativity. One winter night, with a cup of coffee in hand, he was working on his laptop. Suddenly, a brilliant idea struck him. He drafted a complete business plan for his agency. The name, the logo, the client acquisition, strategy, everything. It felt like a bolt of lightning had surged through him. For the next few weeks, he worked alone, late into the night. He created sample designs and built a demo website. He was unstoppable. But then, he made that one mistake. One Friday evening, he went to dinner with his closest friends and, in a burst of excitement, announced, "I'm quitting my job. I'm launching my agency, Creative Canvas, within the next 6 months." His friends erupted in cheers and congratulated him. One even pulled out his phone and said, "Let's get a picture with the future CEO." That night, Ethan posted about his decision on social media. The post went viral. Hundreds of likes, comments, and shares. From old colleagues to distant relatives, everyone was wishing him well. This digital applause made him feel as if he had already won half the battle. But this very praise became an obstacle on his path to self-improvement. Initially, he worked with great enthusiasm, but slowly, his desire to sit at his work desk began to fade. Instead, he started spending more time reading and replying to comments on social media. Whenever he met a friend or relative, the first question was always, "So, what's the update on your agency? How far have you gotten?" These questions gradually became a heavy burden. He began to feel that he was no longer working for his dream, but was racing to meet everyone's expectations. His creativity was replaced by fear and performance anxiety. Under the pressure to be perfect, he couldn't finish any task. This pressure slowed his pace, and he lost his motivation to work. 6 months turned into a year. Ethan's agency never saw the light of day. His brilliant dream remained just a Facebook post and a few unfinished files. A few years later, a legendary architect named Mr. Anderson joined Ethan's firm. This man, in his 60s, was the embodiment of silence. He never boasted about his work or told anyone his future plans. He would just lean over his drafting table and work for hours. But when the model of a building he designed was unveiled, everyone was left speechless. His work was his true identity. Ethan watched him in fascination. One day during a lunch break, he gathered the courage to ask Mr. Anderson, "Sir, I've seen you work on a project for months. You don't say a word to anyone, but in the end, you create something that amazes everyone. What's the secret?" Mr. Anderson looked at him and smiled gently. "Ethan," he said, "when I was young, I was just like you. I told everyone about my first major design. I thought their praise would give me more strength. But the opposite happened. Under the pressure of everyone's expectations, my original design got lost. I couldn't finish that project. That day, I learned the biggest lesson of my life." He continued, "Your dream or your plan is like a seed buried under the soil. If you dig up the soil every day to see if it's growing, the seed will die. You have to let it grow in peace, in silence, deep in the earth. Your job is to just provide water and fertilizer. In other words, to work hard. When the seedling breaks through the soil and grows into a strong tree, you won't have to tell anyone. Everyone will see it for themselves." These words struck Ethan's heart like an arrow. He could clearly see the reason for his failure. Mr. Anderson's advice is not just a simple suggestion. It's backed by the powerful principles of the psychology of success and science. Let's delve into the invisible traps that destroy our dreams in their infancy. First reason: the brain's trick and vicarious reality. Psychologist Peter Gallwitzer and his team conducted a famous study. They asked one group of students to tell others about their goals, and another group to keep their goals a secret. The results were astonishing. The students who had announced their goals worked significantly less to achieve them. The reason is that when you tell someone your goal and they praise you, your brain releases dopamine. This pleasant feeling creates a sort of vicarious reality. Your brain can't distinguish between the feeling of doing the work and the feeling of talking about the work. As a result, you get the mental reward without doing the actual work. This premature satisfaction kills your hunger to work. Second reason: the identity trap and devaluation of work. When you say, "I'm going to be a writer," you're not just stating a future goal. You're creating an identity in the present. People start seeing you as the writer. This identity gives you a form of social validation. But there's a dark side to this. Once you have this identity, your brain starts to devalue the hard work required to become a writer, the daily writing, the endless editing, the rejections from publishers, because the actual work is painful, but the identity is enjoyable. And humans are wired to avoid pain and seek pleasure. This is the biggest barrier on the path of personal development. This is where the famous concept, which many on YouTube have talked about, comes into play: why silent movers win. Silent movers don't fall into the identity trap. They don't give themselves a title before they have the results. They fall in love with the process. They believe in the principle: silent moves, loud results. Their success is far louder than their words. Third reason: the arrival of dream killers. When you expose your raw idea to the world, you unknowingly invite the dream killers. They come in three forms: the honest critics, the jealous enemies, and the unsolicited experts. Your new dream is like a newborn baby. Would you leave a newborn in front of a crowd of critics? No. You would protect it and nurture it. Your dream deserves the same care. So, what is the solution? How can you use the power of silence to increase your productivity and achieve your dreams? Let's discuss 4 powerful strategies. 1. Keep your main goal in a sacred vault. Lock your life's biggest dream in an invisible vault. Only you should have the key. Work on it, plan for it, but do not reveal it until you have built a solid foundation. 2. Create an action journal, not a dream journal. Successful people write about their actions. Every day, write down the steps you took towards your goal. Note the obstacles you faced and how you overcame them. When you have an intense urge to talk, go to your journal, not to people. It will channel your energy in the right direction and create a real picture of how to stay motivated. 3. Form a mastermind group, not a cheerleading squad. Have 1 or 2 people in your life with whom you can discuss your plans. But make sure they don't just praise you. You need people who will ask you tough questions, point out the weaknesses in your plan, and hold you accountable. 4. Move forward with small wins. Instead of announcing your big goal, break it down into small steps. Complete each step in silence and reward yourself. Ethan didn't talk about his agency. He first completed a brand identity design. This was his first silent victory. These small wins will build your confidence in a way that the praise of 1,000 people never can. Ethan learned from his mistakes. After opening his agency, he didn't tell anyone about his next big project. He silently worked for an international client and won an award. When his name was announced on the awards stage, his colleagues were stunned. They had no idea he was working on something so big. That day, Ethan understood that real power lies in achievement, not in announcements. Your dreams are the most personal and powerful part of your heart. Protect them from the noise, doubt, and burden of the outside world. Let them grow in the silence of your efforts. Let your work be your voice. Let your results be your identity. Remember, the world doesn't remember what you wanted to do. The world remembers what you did. So, from today, stop talking, start doing. This piece of life-changing advice can be the first step on your journey. Subscribe to this channel because we provide motivational videos that can change your life. Every week, we bring you a new, life-oriented video that will inspire you to think and to act. Are you working hard in life but not getting the success you deserve? Then watch the video that's appearing on your screen now. It might just show you a new path.